Welcome to Do Not Steal, the show that we never do, apparently, where we look at people's original characters that they've created, mostly on DeviantArt, and review them. Because, reasons, I guess. Nobody asked us to do this, nobody wants us to do this, but we're doing it anyway. On today's episode, we've got me and Papreeka and Abysme, and it's been a while since we've done this. It's about people's original characters, their OCs. Why do you need this explained to you? Just start the show.
Okay, now that Brandon's not here, I don't want to hear any references to...
I don't want to hear any Brandons, but get sorry.
I don't want to hear any Fuda references, any... What else did he talk about? Feet stuff, Overwatch.
Listen,
Overwatch, feet, Fuda
Does
stuff.
he still play Overwatch?
No, none of us do.
So no Fuda, no Futa. No shitty games like Overwatch. Overwatch 2 is coming out. Do we want to discuss that? No. Okay.
Nope.
You mean Overwatch 1?
Overwatch 1.5? Yeah.
Overwatch 1.001.
Overwatch 0.95, because it seems like it's less at this point, what they released.
I'm glad that they are finally putting in the Junker Queen, now that absolutely nobody gives a shit.
Right.
Anyway.
They like Hollywood rebooted themselves, 30 years too late.
Yeah. It's like that Itchy and Scratchy scene. Like, when are they going to get to the fireworks factory? Mm. Except when they get to the fireworks factory, it's been renovated and it's now like a tuna cannery or something. Like,
right.
Someplace kids would never want to go.
It's like that episode of Ed, Edd n Eddy where they managed to catch the fad, but by the time that they reach the rest of the kids, they've moved on and they're all into like banging balls on their head or something.
Yeah.
Well, who isn't? It's 2022. Who isn't? So what are we doing? We're reading a story. This is FearFic. Is that what it is?
Yeah, no, this is it's we have a special episode for you all. Brandon is off with Chelsea.
Wow. He's been replaced with a female.
Oh. Well, it is 2022, so we had to do it at some point.
This is permanent. Every episode from now on. You need to have some representation.
Yes. Papreeka
it's Pride Month.
Palette.
It's Pride Month, everybody, when we're recording this. So
but this comes out in 6 years.
So, Abysme, just so you know. No, I'm kidding.
Hey, Abysme, there's something you need to know or you're going to die. Just kidding.
Never mind. That is the shittiest fucking chain letter I've ever heard in my life.
I was going to say
forward this to 7 people or, you know what, never mind, I'm not going to tell you.
All right. So, speaking of things that aren't funny, welcome back to Do Not Steal.
Yeah.
Fucking 20 years later.
So, it's Papreeka's here, Dead Palette and Chelsea are off at a VR rave, I think, or a VR goth date night or something, probably.
I thought it was a VR orgy, where you could just
sure.
set your preferences to who you want to be fucking. And
that
whatever.
Has to be a thing.
I swear, dude, half of the Too Spooky community is getting VR, and it's just becoming this weird clique.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
When are we going to get VR?
Oh, God. Go ahead.
You can get it. Yeah, but
Jesus.
We're bringing back Do Not Steal, bitches.
We're bringing back spousal abuser Abysme and his catchphrase, "You can get it."
You just got to really want it.
So what do we do on Do Not Steal? Chelsea, why don't you tell them? Go ahead, Chelsea.
We go into 7-Elevens and then walk out with nothing in our pocket.
People, I'm sorry. We go into 7-Elevens and do what?
We walk out with nothing in our pockets because we're not stealing.
Oh,
that's true.
It's boring.
But that's actually going to confuse people. It's not Chelsea. On Do Not Steal, we read. It's been a long time. We read people's OCs, usually from DeviantArt, related to Creepypasta and like Slenderman shit and stuff like that. And we decide after we read them, OC Do Not Steal, is it original? Does it have enough character? And would we steal it if we could?
And this is particularly apt because Slime Beast is an artist.
Mm-hmm.
Papreeka is an artist, and she should really post more of her work. You have the ability, and I am a thief. And I can't draw for shit. So I thought it would be cool to have Papreeka on for this.
Ah, okay. Well, I feel like I'm being blindsided here.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to the show.
Like the hit movie Blindside starring
Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds as Blindside.
What's our first image?
All right, so since there's three of us, we probably should each do one, right?
Sure.
Okay, so Abysme, you always start.
Oh, clearly.
Papreeka is our designated dead palette. And I'm B. So, Abysme, why don't you go ahead?
Okay, the first one is Elliot the Pruner. And this is by Nasuki 100.
Wow, there were 99 other Nasukis on DeviantArt.
I got 99 Nasukis, but this one I have a problem with. No. Published August 24th, 2014. So this is kind of firmly in the...
Wow, you guys are really going back.
Jeff the Killer.
Is this still relevant?
Would you say this is a deep cut? Because creepypasta murderers.
Here's the thing. People can, complain all they want about how creepypasta's dead and irrelevant and outdated. People are still churning out to this day creepypasta OCs. I could never win away. So
really, I have no proof of this. I only have this post from 2014.
Listen,
well, you can go to the OC subreddit that we begrudgingly moderate.
I could put soap on my eyeballs too.
Nice. Okay, so for the rest of this episode, it's going to be ASMR of Papreeka putting soap on her eyeballs.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Right.
Go ahead.
Ah! Oh, God. Oh, God. Why didn't I take anything at 7-Eleven?
I should have taken that aloe vera.
I should have taken that anti-eye soap spray.
Okay.
Ain't no trucker worth his salt would be caught dead without anti-eye soap spray.
We look at the image first, right? And then we read the description?
Yes, we've got
It's been literal years since we've done this, but Okay, so Elliot the Pruner. There's two images, and one's an updated version of when they become the pruner. Elliot is tomboyish, I would say. Well, no, it's tomboyish if you're a girl.
Elliot is boy? Question mark?
Is boy, but very feminine features, I guess softer features, I should say.
Oh, it's anime.
Oh, yeah, it says his. Okay.
Yeah. And let's see, blonde hair, like straw blonde hair, ponytail, look like kind of like light brownish eyes, I would say. Some freckles there. Has a brown striped shirt. Almost looks like the Freddy Krueger shirt, but brown. Overalls, looks like some pruning shears, hence the pruner, and some work boots.
No gloves?
Oh, gloves, yeah.
Fucked up.
Yeah, gardening gloves. Yeah,
yes.
Leather gardening gloves. And then the alternate version is that, but desaturated skin, Jeff the Killer smile and cuts, beady pupils, and there's pins or something with roses at it. Where's the roses on his chest with the stem inside his chest? The stem
like a rose tied to a nail.
Yeah. Well, it says the stem is tied to a nail also inside his chest.
Nice.
Okay.
So it's in his chest.
It means something, which I'm sure we will read in the description.
We're going to find out
now.
now.
It's through his chest. Okay, so
the
rose is tied to the body of a nail.
Yeah. And
then
Body of a Nail, by the way,
dart.
is my favorite 90s rock album, I guess. I don't know.
It's a Nine Inch Nail cover band.
Body of a Nail.
All right. So we're going to scroll down to the description now. Oh no. Edit. Elliot was an OC creepypasta, but now only be a horror character, not a creepypasta OC. Do not steal or recolor my art.
Do not steal. There we have it. By the way, we're not stealing. We're reviewing. It's very different.
Yeah, we do not post the image in the thumbnail and the video or whatever because we're literally not trying to steal. We're actually just talking about it, but we will have a link so people can visit.
Right. In fact, the thumbnail for this episode, as you guys can all see, is a drawing by Papreeka combining all three of the characters we're going to read about into one character.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Wow. No pressure.
And she volunteered to do this for free, everybody.
Incredible. So generous. All right. Blah, blah, blah. There's a link to the first sketch. You know what? I'll look at it really briefly. Oh, okay, about the same.
Oh, yeah.
I have written a summary of his backstory. Possibly this story will be for a future comic that I will do. I did the translation, may have more than one mistake, so sorry, but I hope you understand. So, this is not a English as a first language speaker. That's fine.
Since this is from 2014, we can gather by now this dream has died, like most internet dreams.
Yeah. Elliot Barnes, at 6 years, was a boy who liked to spend time with his mother tending the flowers in her garden. Like his mother, he liked flowers, and his mother's favorite flower was the rose.
Well, that's just basic. That's
some basic gardening shit.
You got a basic mom right there.
Yeah.
What's your favorite flower? Rose. Oh, wow. How original.
Thanks, Karen.
Paprika, what's your favorite flower?
Paper flowers that you burn in a fireplace.
What's your real favorite flower?
How edgy.
My real favorite flower? I don't know. I like flowers. They're pretty.
That's true.
They're fine.
What's your favorite type of flower? Flowers.
You haven't spent hours talking to me about plants. What's your favorite flower?
I like celosias. I like lisianthus.
I
used to work at a freaking flower shop, okay?
It was the flower power hour up in here, okay?
but you never would say roses. You're not that basic.
Roses are nasty. At the flower shop, I actually worked with I think they were called garden roses, but it were these specific types of fatty roses. And if the petals touched water, they would rot. And the whole bulb would rot. I hated those stupid flowers.
When I worked at the flower shop, I worked with these fatty roses. Yeah, it's two women named Rose. I hated them.
Right?
Jesus Christ. Paprika, please.
But his father was an alcoholic who abused her mother. His father was an alcoholic, abused her.
ESL,
okay.
Yeah.
We have a pronoun issue there.
They, I think, pulling the gender from the subject as opposed to the previous.
Right. Yeah. And sometimes his father, got it right there, destroyed the garden flowers. Oh no. His father insulted him, saying things like, hard F word. You'll never be a real man. There's your context. Because Elliot loved flowers.
Wait a minute. Just so people know, which F word is it?
The one ending in T.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Felt? You'll never be a real man, you boy made of felt. Get out of here.
This is a lame-ass Pinocchio ripoff.
So my little felt boy.
There's got to be an OC.
He gets washed out to sea and just disintegrates.
Like that.
No, townspeople, you don't understand. I have a felt boy. I didn't say I felt. No. Stop burning me alive. Oh, my little felt boy, come save me.
Geppetto the pedo.
Geppetto, yeah.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Damn it.
Yo, what up? It's your boy, Geppetto. J apostrophe pedo.
It's your boy, J pedo.
God damn it. Opening up the subway. Hey, what up, yo?
Oh, gosh.
A bad day. Elliot found his mother dead in the bathtub. It's a pretty bad day. Can't argue with that. She had committed suicide by slashing his wrists.
So it's like voodoo.
Yeah. All right, Paprika, now you go.
Wait. I don't even see where we are.
Good. Thank you for following along.
Slashing his wrist.
We're on DeviantArt.
We're on DeviantArt.
This is Do Not Steal.
We're on a call.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to read this like Trump, okay? Go ahead.
Oh boy, that is a hard accent. This past was a big trauma for Elliot.
It's a big
leaving
trauma.
A large and delicate wound.
That wound, very, very large wound, but delicate.
Very large wound. Fortunately, Elliot's father was locked up in jail. Because Elliot's not realized.
Lock him up.
Elliot's aunt realized that his father hit him because his marks and bruises that the boy had, it was very, very bad.
That was great.
Good.
I was out in the garden and I saw Elliot's father beating his mother.
I saw Crooked Elliot. Look at him go. So much energy, this one. Later, Elliot went to live with her Aunt Susan. At 18, he made a beautiful garden with various flowers in the front yard. Elliot had a big obsession with flowers. Huge, this obsession. You never saw an obsession like it. Elliot had a big obsession with flowers. He was almost always with...
Is that still a New York accent?
I have no idea. Trump is...
Okay.
Where is he?
Who knows?
Another dimension.
He's... Yeah. Well, yeah, no. He's from boardrooms. I think that's where he was born.
Born rooms. Is that like the back room?
I was going to say it's like
the back room, but
worse.
Yeah. Immediately you walk in and you're wearing a suit and you don't even know how you got it on.
When you know Clip out of Sanity, he was almost always with them and even spoke as if the flowers were people. I think his father was right. No, was never a social guy. Besides flowers, there was another thing that he liked a lot, and this thing was pruning the hedges. He was able to make figures with them. This is Edward Scissorhands. Yeah. Had a talent for that. That's why people nicknamed him Elliot the Pruner. Okay.
So it's not OC, is what you're saying.
It's losing OC points right now. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Is there a tally somewhere?
No.
Flying Beast is gonna draw a tally in the thumbnail.
This is why we haven't done this in so long. I cut the tally into my arm, so.
Yeah, I had to heal.
Took a while. Yeah. So Elliot the Pruner, have either of you ever had a nickname given to you by your town that was your name, the something?
Well, no. I assume that just assumes small town, right? Where you know people. I didn't know my neighbors growing up. Well, I knew one of them.
Mr. Nowerson. Hello, Miss Known. How are you doing? One day, Elliot's aunt had to do a business trip. I don't know why that sounds like doing cocaine, like slang.
It does, though, yeah.
Yeah, we're doing a business trip over here. Elliot was of age, so his aunt thought it was old enough to stay home alone.
Right. Yeah, because he's not a real man. He's an it, I guess.
True.
I don't know.
True.
During Pride Month, Jesus Christ.
Right?
Elliot was left alone at home during those days. Like almost every day, Elliot spent time with his flowers. A girl who was walking by there was to take one of the beautiful roses that was close to the fences of the front yard. Elliot was... How dare she? Elliot was furious, screaming at the girl, "Why did you do that?" She does not... Oh, she does not want to be with you, referring to the rose. Okay, that was weird. She threw the rose into the ground, and the frightened girl ran. Clearly, Elliot's obsession to flowers was crazy.
Now,
when it was...
This does bring up... Was it?
Yeah, it wasn't really. This does bring up the question, when does personhood start for flowers? You know?
Well, flowers asexually reproduce. So...
When they're pretty, clearly. Before then, they're not really...
Damn.
Flowers are meant to be... They're there for people. That's the only reason they've been bred.
Jesus.
Wow.
I can say this about flowers.
Oh my God.
I'm just picturing Papreeka working at that flower shop telling all the flowers to smile more. Like,
where are you taking me?
She's
You're
dressed
not
as
pretty.
A construction worker.
I'm pretty.
Hey, Bouquet, how you doing?
We're going to have to cull the population here.
Oh.
Jesus.
They called it the pedal side.
God damn it. When it was evening, too late, Elliot went to bed. But after a while, the sounds of someone knocking on the home woke him.
Just the home, not the door.
Yeah, anywhere on the home. They were guys who sought help because his friend had an accident with criminals, and they wanted to call.
Uh-huh. So
oops,
now we're
stealing
from what is it? The movie that's about Orange. What's it? Clockwork Orange.
Orange is the New Black, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We're stealing from women. Yes. Okay.
And they wanted to call the phone for an ambulance, as that also the criminals had stolen their mobiles.
Okay, let's just explore this.
Okay.
Knock, knock, knock on the side of your house. You pull open your second-story window. There's 3 guys there, and they say, "Hello, we had an accident with criminals. May we call the phone for an ambulance?" I mean, it works as a creepypasta, you know?
It's very elitist of you, assuming that they have 2 stories on their house.
Mm. Well, they only have the second story.
It's a flood zone.
We grew up poor, so we could only afford the second story of our house. What the fuck?
At first, Elliot did not trusted them, but the guys with their insistence managed to convince him it was all a trap. Elliot was hit by one of them with a baseball bat and left him unconscious.
Okay.
After Elliot woke up tied to a chair, these three masked guys, Masky, Hoodie, and Tiki Toby, these three masked guys humiliated him, beat him, and finally with a knife, he made some cuts on his face and arms that would leave scars.
Wait, who made cuts?
They did, but
they made cuts on him?
Yeah, the pronouns are like kind of messed up because.
So now it's the smiling guy. What's his face?
Jeff the Killer.
Jeff the Killer.
Yeah, that's why I brought Jeff the Killer up in the beginning.
Oh, okay.
Elliot did not understand why they were doing that. The worst thing for him was when they destroyed his beloved flower garden. After all that, the three guys left, leaving Elliot unconscious again. This is the hallmark of Creepypasta OC. People just like come and abuse the pro tag for seemingly no reason, and
to create a backstory.
Yeah,
so
but
he has trauma.
Well, and like senseless violence, of course, does exist and does happen, but when you see it this often, it feels like such a cop out. Like, why would they do that? Why would they do that? Why would they just come into someone's house and beat them?
Well, how would you make a trauma? How would you make like a psychologically?
Well, shit, dude. He started out with an alcoholic father who killed his mother. Like, you think that would be enough?
But the only two options that I see are like Halloween. The guy is innately terrible and evil, or he was made terrible at some point by trauma. That's the only two I see. Are there other ones?
Well, sure, but like senseless trauma doesn't have a lot of weight most of the time. So that's.
Are you kidding? Senseless Trauma was their best album. What are you talking about?
Oh, no. That's when they sold out, and you know it.
Senseless Trauma by Trauma?
Yes.
Trauma. All right, Paprika.
When he awoke, he began to mourn in his flower garden and apologized for not having been able to protect.
He don't attack. He don't.
He attack.
He don't attack. He get attacked. He don't protect. But most of all, he proved that.
By the way, I just want to say, if you are going to torture somebody, do not make cuts in their mouth. That is the number one way to create an OC.
Yeah.
It's going to come kill you.
While he lamented, was going through his mind all the horrible memories of his past, he started to really freak.
Whoa.
And the best thing was that one of the guy had dropped his wallet, leaving information to locate him, and a photo in which it appears one possible masked guys and a girl beside him. That
girl would become Jelliot the Pruner.
That would be the female copy.
Or it could be Elliot, E-T-T-E.
Spider-Woman, Catwoman, Batwoman. It was the same girl of that day that she had taken a rose from his garden. Now he understood. That boy had come to seek revenge for that. And Elliot was going to return him.
Blockbuster.
He was going to give him back to himself, I guess.
Okay, so fair enough, author. It was not completely senseless violence. Okay. That's fair.
It was only a little bit senseless because he yelled at her for stealing a flower.
Right.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, the flower did.
So he's going to return him, like you said, to Blockbusters or maybe like Amazon because they never checked.
Yeah.
You could buy like something. Yeah. Oh, dude. Okay, somebody out there, rate this creepypasta. Amazon literally doesn't check returns. Ooh. So you kill somebody and you put their body parts in different boxes. You return to Amazon.
Yeah.
Get rid of the body.
Yeah, that would work.
Elliot, with 2 long and sharp nails, cocaine nails, made 2 painful holes in the chest. One to the right and one to the left. Wait.
Why?
For his flower nail thingy.
Yeah, but why?
Because it's the thingy. Because flowers.
Yeah.
Because he can't shoot webs out of his wrist.
Couldn't he make a cool rosy crown of thorns or something?
That would be cool and smart, but no.
Okay.
I like the idea of bringing in Spider-Man shooting webs. I like the idea of a character who shoots flowers out of his wrists. Like
shoots thorns at people.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, that's just poison ivy.
Okay, double. Draw Roseman.
Roseman.
Thorns out of his wrist.
And sometimes he gets confused and shoots flowers at people. Mm-hmm. He goes, "Oh shit!"
Draw Roseman
Messed that
and
up.
then tweet it to Marvel and Disney and say, "Here's an untapped market," and just leave it at that.
Yeah, we'll direct movie for $50 million minimum.
Mm-hmm. Elliot. Okay, so I like the idea that this is sort of like a. I always, when stories start to like almost rhyme, it makes me feel bad that the whole thing wasn't written in rhyme, because it's like Elliot with 2 long and sharp nails made 2 painful holes in his chest, one to the right and one to the left. It's almost Seussian, but not really.
Yeah.
Like
with
nipples?
the roses.
Well, they're not in his nipples. They're like kind of at the top
How
of
is
his
it Freudian?
lungs. Seussian.
Yeah.
How did you get Freudian out of Seussian?
That's a bit of a Freudian slip, don't you think?
Hey.
How is it Seussian that he put holes in his chest?
No, the way it's written.
Okay.
Made 2 painful holes in his chest, one to the right and one to the left. It almost rhymes but doesn't. With the rose's stem tied to the nails, I almost said snails, the 2 roses was introduced into the chest. He wanted those roses to feed on his blood. Oh. Blood roses.
Huh. Because then they will live then they become vampiric roses?
Not a bad idea.
Which are pretty sexy when you really
Rose.
think about it.
My favorite light
Darkstalker's character.
Sure. I was gonna say anime, but yeah.
So cat boys are a thing.
No, they aren't. They're not real.
No, there are, and there's about like 25 of them in fucking Slime Beast basement.
Nope. There's one less every time I power up the chainsaw. It's an electric chainsaw.
But what about like vampire boys? Is that just vampire boys, or is there another word for that now?
Lost Boys.
Vampires.
Lost Boys.
Vampire Night.
I guess vampires can only be boys.
What if you had an exploitation film called Manpires? They're vampires, but men. Well, wait, aren't they? No.
These are rose pyres.
Draw the theatrical poster for Manpires.
What if the roses turned into vampires and we called them rose pyres?
You know what? Okay, like roses. So there's a type of flower that like blooms at night. But they
there's a
bloom
couple. Yeah.
That's so like, I don't know what like the name for it is, but like make that vampires. And so they come out at night. They can't come out at day. And wherever they are during the day, they turn into flowers there, and no one knows because like it's just a flower. That could be cool.
Great new Netflix show. Easy money.
Well, Netflix needs it, so yeah.
Jesus
there
Christ.
You go. Free idea for Netflix.
How will Netflix fuck up this horrible idea? They'll find a way.
They will. I remember, I don't know if I brought this up before, but Netflix, Dead by Daylight had the Demogorgon from Stranger Things. Mm-hmm. And then I think like 1-2 years ago, they took the license back. So like, if you didn't buy it then, you can't play the Demogorgon or anything from that chapter now. And everyone was like, what the fuck?
Well, that shows a dedication to creative liberty and free expression.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, okay.
And like everyone was just like, what the fuck, you're throwing away free money. Like literally, this is just a license you have to collect on. Why would you do this? And the operating theory was, well, they're going to make all these other games because Netflix was trying to get into like gaming and shit. And since then, they've given Demogorgon out to like a bunch of shitty mobile games and stuff. And it's like, no, they just fucked up. Like they've royally fucked up. And now's the time to, kind of probably renew that license without all the, bad will.
Speaking of which, I played Demogorgon Crush on my phone, and it wasn't that bad. You try to line up like the heads of the little Stranger Things characters, and they disappear in a spatter of blood. Yeah.
Elena, the girl who taken the rose from the flower garden of Elliot. The flower garden of Elliot. It's like a Me Without You.
Wait a minute. Album. We do have 2 E names here, Elliot and Elena. Is she going to become Elena the Pruner?
Woke up at 4 a.m. to find something horrible on her bed. It was the head of his older brother, Brian. Brian, one of the guys who broke into the house of Elliot. The house of Elliot. Is that okay? Paprika's currently pouring me champagne.
This is worse. I tell you what, this is worse than time I found Brian's head in my bed.
Peter, Brian's head's in our bed.
Jeez,
Yes.
Lois.
Yeah, no, go back to your computer so we can.
My wife is cheating on me with my decapitated dog's head.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Fat man, where is my dog friend? Oh,
Can we sell a T-shirt of like a bootleg T-shirt of a really badly drawn Stewie face where he says, "Fat man, where is dog friend?"
All right.
I would legit buy that. I would legit buy that. Okay. The House of Elliot. Okay, so you and I have been watching Legendary, which is about ballroom culture. What are the hallmarks of the House of Elliot?
Elliot's father would beat the shit out of you too.
Probably, yeah.
We aren't real men.
No, we're not.
Neither of us. It's okay though. What would be their signature thingy?
Yeah. Well, what's their chant? Start with that.
Their chant?
Yeah. B.A. ball main, but it's Elliot.
Oh.
Nobody knows what this is.
Rose perfume. I don't know.
Rose perfume. Rose perfume.
What does it have to do with Elliot? We don't know. The head was inside a flower pot. Okay, that's a nice touch, actually. I like that. At least we're like. I will say this about a lot of OCs. The good ones stick to their theming.
Right.
You know, I can give them that.
This is definitely something that has legs. Like in the beginning, where it said,
watch this B horror movie. I would totally watch it.
Oh hell yeah.
When it said this is no longer a creepypasta character, this is a horror character, you could make a slasher movie out of this.
Out of roses? That sounds way more creative than like trying to make a staple gun thing or.
I mean,
something.
that's the shit like that Blumhouse and Netflix should be making. And
right?
if I don't see this movie on Shudder in like 6 months, you're all fired.
Mm-hmm. By the way, good title possibly. Rose from the Grave.
Ooh.
Oh, shiny. And it's got a picture of a rose coming out of a grave instead of a hand.
Oh.
And the rose is blooming, and in the center is a skull. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And then in the skull's mouth is another rose. Yeah, and his teeth.
Inside the rose, there's a vampire bat.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a manpire.
The tombstone is made of roses.
The whole poster is roses.
In fact, it's inverted, right? The whole scene is made of roses, and the thing coming out of the ground is just dirt.
Mm-hmm. And the entire poster is edible. Yeah, it's a fruit roll.
The head was inside a flower pot, and there were missing flesh parts in his face, like they were cut with scissors. The girl began to run and screaming. She began to run and angry.
Run and screaming.
And Elliot stopped her, hitting with the same bat with which he was hit before his home and knocking her unconscious.
It's poetic.
Poetic justice.
Chekhov's baseball bat.
Just like Seuss.
It's just like Dr. Seuss. Horton beats a dude with a bat. Elena awoke tied to the bed and her mouth gagged. All right, Paprika, take us home.
It's time to prune. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
It's time to prune. Because we're all very, very good at pruning, Elliot said.
You know, I think there are women who pay plastic surgeons a lot of money for that procedure. So
true.
For free surgery?
Yeah.
I think I'd probably buy that at like an expensive store. Free surgery. Wait.
What? How would you buy something that's free?
I like the fun of things in life. I like to get the expensive free things. I like to make sure I'm not paying more.
You're right. That makes no sense.
It's not free. It's complimentary.
It's like a Gucci surgery, but like you don't have to pay anything for it. That's what it was.
Okay. I went on a cruise like forever ago with my family, and
yes,
I was like
yes,
really
we
young.
all know.
Well, they had an ice cream machine.
There were two of each animal.
Never been on a cruise.
God fucking damn.
And on this cruise, there was an ice cream machine, and it was complimentary. And
Which means it was disgusting.
Ice cream machine broke, number one, because everyone just like rated that all fucking day.
But when I went to it, Jesus,
they rated it.
Oh, okay.
But like I remember the first time I went up to it, they were just handing it up. I'm like, oh, is this free? Because I was like 8. Like, what the fuck do I know? He says, no, it's complimentary. Like, I'm 8, dude. Fuck off. That's just the fancy way of saying free.
Fuck you, you little brat.
Seriously.
Abisme, when he starred on a 1990s sitcom as a young child, that was his catchphrase. I'm 8. Fuck off. You would flip off the camera.
Hell no, Ma.
Every time they would cut to like a technical difficulties thing.
That was such a story. When I was on a cruise and I was
there was
getting
no way
free.
for me to say that without sounding like a pretentious dickhole. Okay,
Right.
I just owned it.
Okay, so back when I was a child, I know this sounds a little pretentious, but I went on a cruise. But anyway, there was free ice cream on the cruise. Oh, okay.
Okay,
That's
if I said there was
pretentious.
free ice cream at the state fair, no one would bat an eye. But if it's on a cruise, that just elevates it.
When you say, Harvey Dent, that there's free ice cream at the fair, nobody bats an eye. But tell them there's free ice cream on a cruise, and everyone loses their mind.
Are you saying that the ice cream is complimentary but not free? Yeah, and I'm tired of everyone believing it's not.
Geppetto's giving out free ice cream.
Oh no. Stay away, kids.
It's complimentary.
Fuck. What do you get when you ask for free ice cream? You get fucking complimentary ice cream. Blam. There you go. Okay, we did the whole.
Okay, we're done.
We're done with that.
It's time to prune, Elliot said. Elliot tortured her to death with his head's shears, cutting off her fingers, ears, and other body parts and pieces of flesh. And so he became a psychopath. Wow, sorry, just tell me. And so killed all his victims, including his father, when he was released from prison.
Well, at least he waited.
That was a roller coaster of a day for Dad. I'm finally out of prison, breathing fresh air. Ow, my son killed me.
I do imagine that he just walked up, stabbed him, and then just walked away and let him die outside of prison. The guards are just like, happens.
And it was like 30 years later, so this dude was like 40. The kid. I don't know.
Note, he puts other roses on his chest every so often.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know.
Cool.
Not
Papreeka,
a bad...
if you're talking, we can't hear you.
Oh, God. Is this a thing again with Skype?
It might be.
Paprika the not talker.
Let me go
That's
check.
an OC. All right, so I'm closing Elliot the Pruner. Click. Not a bad concept for a horror movie. Slasher themed after gardening. I would watch it. What Paprika? You type in the chat if you're actually here. Uh-oh.
Yeah, that bitch is on the phone. Okay.
You want to go check on her? Maybe she fell.
I just did. She's on the phone.
Maybe she fell in. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was going to make a really funny joke about, okay, now the rest of this is in the original Spanish, so Paprika, go ahead. But, oh well, joke done. All right, let's move to the next one.
Wait, say that, and then in editing...
It's something about Spanish? Something about...
Oh, no, it's too late now.
No, yo, quiero...
Yo, what up?
Oh.
Yo, my taqueros.
Yo, what up? It's your boy, Paprika, here to talk Spanish.
It's your boy, Little Spanish.
I'm so good at Spanish. No, my grandma is in the ER, you dildos. Shit. Yeah.
God.
She's fine. She's just
I didn't
very
know that.
old.
Abysme do that. You blame him.
I didn't know that until just now.
Oh.
I just saw that you were on the phone. That's it. I didn't know the context.
She's fine, but I'm getting all kinds of family calls going, oh shit, what's happening? And I'm like, dude, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay. That's good.
Well, since she's fine, I'll just make the joke of saying it's a funny concept that you constantly get calls from family members that just go, oh shit, what's happening? And this is like all the time. What the fuck's happening, man?
I've got like 5 calls just sitting here, and it's stupid. It's just, God. Anyways, what Spanish? What Tiki Toby is Elliot?
No, I was going to say the rest of this is in Spanish, so you get to reread the whole thing in Spanish. In Espanol.
Okay. I can read Spanish much better than I can think in Spanish, so I could actually do this.
We should have started with that in hindsight, but oh well.
Oh well. What are you
going to do? Read the whole story in Spanish, then reread it in English.
Well, now we got to get our rating. So, is this an OC, and would we steal?
Is it original, guys? I would say it basically, underneath the veneer of being gardening related, it's Jeff the Killer.
It's Jeff the Killer meets Edward Scissorhands. And like that's like when I say that out loud, it sounds bad, but there's a ton of movies and things that I like that are very obviously this is blank plus blank.
Yeah, that doesn't necessarily mean.
Girl
Especially
plus girl,
days.
says Abysme. Sorry, again.
They're literally making another Jurassic World. Literally.
Well, okay, that's bad, but like I don't mind people wearing their actually, okay, well, we're gonna bring this back to Stranger Things.
Well, very, very big of you, Abysme.
Oh yeah.
Jesus. It's not up to you.
We've been watching the latest season of Stranger Things, and
I've been watching the latest season of Stranger Things, and Chris has been tagging along.
Who the fuck is Chris?
Abysme. Abysme's been tagging.
There's 2 Chris's in this chat.
Oh, shit.
Chris Pika. Which one do you mean?
I haven't really kept up with a lot of it. I've seen enough of it to like know what the show's about, and it's fine. But this latest season was like, I know that they wear their influences on their sleeve, and that's okay. My problem is when they have all this Freddy Krueger coding and imagery in the show, and I saw that and went, oh yeah, that's cool. And then at one point, one of the characters says, he's like Freddy Krueger.
Oh,
Jesus
okay.
Christ. Like, that's what I hate. And I don't feel that this does that too hard. So I'm going to give it a pass, personally.
I think that Stranger Things has a dumb audience.
Wait a minute.
Including me.
I mean,
no, but they have to spell it out.
That's what's annoying. They talk down to their audience, and I'm like, your audience is mostly adults, I would say. Like, why are you talking down to them this much?
I don't think they should, personally, but I imagine they're in the 4th season, and this is from experience. So I can't tell them not to do it.
I don't know.
Just ask Finn Wolfhard and Millie Bobby Brown or whatever her name is. Just ask them. The audience is all creepy adults.
Yeah. I'm sure.
Basically. All creepy adults trying to relive their childhood. But I've seen enough YouTubers go, I know you're going to put this in the comments, so I'm just going to comment about it now. Look, the thing is there. So I think that's basically what Stranger Things is doing.
Can you please make videos in that voice? I don't, just pick a different fandom every time, like Sonic, like all different things. And just be like, I know you're going to put this in the comments, but yes, Sonic is a blue hedgehog.
Yes,
for the duration of my video, however, he will be displayed as orange. So anyway, moving on.
Sonic the Trump Hodge.
The Trump Hodge.
It's he's orange.
The fuck? All right, so OC, original. I don't think it's original. I think it's beneath the coding, the coat of paint. I think it's Jeff the Killer. Character, I do think, however, there is some character there. You've got somebody who treats flowers like people. That is okay. I can see that being a character. Now, then there's the part of would you steal it? I would steal it for a botany slasher movie.
Yeah.
Botanist.
Yeah, I think we all. I mean, I will say this: it inspired a pretty cool slasher idea from us, and that counts. That has weight to it.
It's like a gradual ramp up. Original, no. Character, Steal,
I have a story. My family and I are used to be, well, not so much anymore, used to be into watching very, very old movies. Mm-hmm. And so we watched a movie I believe it was called The Thing. And it was not the 1980s version. It was some earlier version about it was black and white.
Oh,
it was
the original thing.
Like
people in Antarctica
kind of
being chased by a plant Frankenstein. And for the longest time, whenever I talked to people and they said how much they loved The Thing, I thought they were talking about this movie.
And you were like, you're all crazy.
You're all crazy.
That
this movie was
sucked.
terrible. It was just scenes of rooms and somebody shuffling across it towards other people. I would rather watch this movie than that. That's what I'd say.
Okay, double. Take a famous still shot from The Thing, the 80s movie, of like a monster or somebody changing or whatever. Take that and redraw it so it's becoming like a bouquet of flowers and plants and vegetables.
Yeah.
And tweet it at Papreeka and say confused ?
What is this?
All right, so what is our next?
The cornucopia.
Ooh, yeah. Wait, what?
Not cornucopia, but cornucopia. Yeah. All right.
The corn.
Children of the.
There's got to be like big honking pieces of like the multicolored corn in there.
Exactly.
Giant cob of corn.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
The monster with a giant cob.
Just like corn, a bouquet of corn with baby's breath in it. That's it.
So our next one, I already have comments about. It is called Demonic Man, all one word. Redesign, new bio by PageZilla, published March 27th of this year. So this is actually recent. Interesting.
Damn right.
Now, at the very top, because they always have like little references for what colors they used, is tongue color.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shades of tongue color. Tongue not. Wait, is it next or something? No, yeah, tongue not displayed. So negative points for this.
Well, you just gotta guess.
Right?
You gotta, you gotta envision
Wait.
it.
It has a wing color thing, and there's no wings on it.
Are they implying that the tongue changes colors?
Yes, which would be really cool to see, but we can't.
Right?
Doesn't everybody's tongue change color? Like when you eat, like, blue?
When you consume blue.
When you consume the color blue.
Well, that kind of takes the magic away. If this guy's tongue changes color just because he's eating blood or something.
It turns red. Whoa.
I want it to be like really like bright pink when he's very angry and like bright or dark red when he's like super horny or something.
So he's got a moot tongue,
That's how you know.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I couldn't tell he was super horny until I saw the color of his tongue wrapped around
going down my throat. Wrapping around my toes.
I don't know why it's so important for his teeth to be flesh colored.
Flesh teeth.
Okay, that actually is horrifying. Flesh teeth.
It's me, flesh teeth.
That's got to be Sam's new alter ego.
All right, so what is this?
This is
something foreign.
This is the story of the ghoul.
It's like a Spider-Man villain looking kind of thing. Very comic book inspired. It
does look like an Into the Spider-Verse alternate version of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But he definitely has legs for days.
Very much, like very graceful, very expressive, and
like Dexter's
dainty.
Laboratory legs, like he's wearing the heels.
Yeah. Oh, like
and when he
Dexter's
walks,
mom.
you hear just ding 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 ding.
Kind of hard to explain.
I can't believe you're saying this during Pride Month, but
again with this.
I never said it was bad.
I just don't respect it.
I just want it eliminated. I consider it an abomination, but I didn't say it was bad. Okay, Papreeka. Jesus.
This is why it's Wrath Month, Papreeka. All right.
Right.
The nude version shows very defined musculature. It's hard to explain this one, so I'm not going to go too deep. You really should just look at the image, but it's like a slender man body because no face.
Wait, does Abysme get to explain all of the images?
Yeah, because I go first. Actually, you know what? You take this one. Have fun.
No,
Wait,
I'm going to do it.
What?
This guy looks like what it feels like to chew 5 gum. Okay, go ahead.
This looks like Deadpool, but with different
but different
placements for colors. That's it.
It looks like a Heartless from Kingdom Hearts.
Yes.
Oh,
totally.
yeah.
Was walking on all 4s through some strawberry jam.
While wearing a black bodysuit.
And he tried to scratch an itch on his face with one of his jammy fingers.
So the nude version is the Heartless, and the right version is the Nobody.
Yes.
Wait. That's how deep his fingers went into his nose.
Yeah.
All the way up to the top of his skull when he was picking out his boogers.
He put his finger up his nose, and then somebody hit him in the elbow. Zoop, up his face.
Okay, like I would wholly expect to see this in Kingdom Hearts 4, though. To be perfectly honest, like I could see this.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Demonic man.
He has a back tattoo. He has a fucking tramp stamp.
Nice.
Yeah. Back symbol.
Does it say, what is that? Pritizelia?
PageZilla, that's the artist name.
Oh, is that also tattooed on his back?
Yes.
Property of. Which is technically true.
Trademark, just a little symbol next to the tattoo.
Oh my god. Okay, you know what? Everyone's like, people who get terrible tattoos, which are counted like, property of or married to of or whatever. You know what? Take it a step further, copyright, and then your fucking significant other's name. Start doing that shit.
Put like your wedding year. Just put like trademark and copyright 1995.
It's the ultimate
Jessica Miller Productions, whatever.
All the fine print. Yeah. Just make it really tiny, but you can put all the fine print.
Put put the date in Roman numerals.
Put the entire first page of a book on your back, and the order nobody understands, but
just transpose your fucking wedding certificate onto your back. Just do that. Yeah.
There's a BuzzFeed article. Man gets entire script of B-movie tattooed on his body.
In 0.3 font.
So it's interesting to note, though. I don't know how interesting this is. I did have a comic book idea back in the day of a superhero who all of his villains in the city, you have a Batman rogues gallery type thing. All of his villains dress up as the superhero and go out on one night and just murder a fuck ton of people as him.
Wasn't that an episode? I feel like I've seen that in a couple different superhero things.
I'm sure. It's probably
not creative slime based. I've seen it before.
Well, this was years ago, so I have first use. But
didn't the Rowdy Rough Boys dress up as the Powerpuff Girls at some point?
The Rowdy Rough Boys. That's your reference. This was already done on season 3, episode 5 of Powerpuff Girls. Okay.
Tell me you're a 90s kid without telling me you're a 90s kid. Now, I know you're going to
say in the comments below that the Rowdy Rough Boys didn't appear until... But anyway, the superhero changed his costume to a big copyright symbol on his face, and he called himself the Copyright, and he burned the insignia into all the villains. Anyway, go ahead.
Sorry. I'm stuck on millennials just popping up here's the thing. Okay. We're millennials. I didn't watch
the Justice League. I didn't watch fucking I watched a little bit of Space Ghost, but I don't know what the fuck was on before or after him. All I have is the Powerpuff Girls, okay?
Okay, here's the thing. Us millennials are a bunch of, nerds who constantly cling to nostalgia, right? So we'll be at a 5-star steak restaurant. And then, one of us will be like, remember that episode of Powerpuff Girls with the Rowdy Rough Boys, in public? And old people, they just can't handle it. And it's fucking hilarious.
Well, I'll have you know that I slid in just under the wire for Gen X. So I don't know what you're talking about, and I don't care.
You do.
No.
You do.
When I was in 5th grade, for some reason, it was cool to watch the Teletubbies. And I was too old for them. I was too fucking old.
Okay, you're alone in that one, because no, it was not.
When I was in 5th... Okay, my name's Papreeka. My name's Papreeka, and when I was in 5th grade, they put me in a special class where it was cool to watch Teletubbies.
Oh, no.
Oh, boy.
Oh, okay, well, moving on to the bio.
Now that we know way too much about Papreeka, what are we talking about?
We're going to go through the tags for Demonic Man. Gay?
Oh, yeah, no, wait, sorry. There's 2 images.
That's not a tag. Bisme was just insulting Papreeka. She interrupted him. Go ahead, sir.
It's Pride Month. It's not an insult.
What'd you say? I didn't hear it.
I said gay.
You can't say that.
It's the first tag of the fucking image.
Oh, okay.
Gay, OC, Slender Man, Demonic Man, Pagezilla,
Stop
redesign.
Insulting Papreeka. Jesus, all these insults.
Redesigned character. Creepypasta, Slenderverse, Creepypasta OC, Slender Brothers, and Creepypasta Original.
Slender Brothers?
It's my favorite Mario Brothers ripoff.
Creepypasta origin ... What does it say?
It's just original
character. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Slender Brothers. This is Demonic Man is like Splendor Man, Offender Man, all those mans. Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
So again, sorry.
So Slender Brothers, these two are brothers and they make movies together, like the Coen brothers or the Wachowski brothers.
Sure.
Okay.
Oh, Pride Month.
Whoa.
What are you talking about?
Wachowski sisters, my bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You can cancel me. It's fine. I'm not on the internet.
Can I say, I think this is definitely the group to do this in. I love how on NoPixel that they are they I think most people on there are probably liberal, but they also take being liberal to comedic extremes.
Right.
And it's fucking hilarious. Women's Month was a huge thing. No one could say amen in the courtroom. It had to be a women, and that was fucking hilarious.
See, okay, so because I have a real job, I don't know this stuff.
Oh well.
I wish I could watch more of the RP stuff, but I can't. So I just have to hear all the stories secondhand from Abysme.
It's fucking hilarious.
Nobody's paying attention.
You could.
I could sometimes, not all the time.
While you're working on bouquets.
I still work at a flower shop, and I'm going to make them drink blood now. That's going to be a thing.
I'm going to make them all pay at this flower shop.
They're all going to pay.
Before we go off on some other weird tangent, what's the difference between these two pictures, on the left and the right? One has a six-pack, and the other
one has clothes.
That's all I see.
That's it.
Okay.
That's
so
literally
one's
it.
naked and super sexy, and the other one is
and
dressed
one wears a suit
sexy.
with no face. It's a Slender Man thing. Yeah.
But they're both in their superhero outfits. They're both superheroes.
No, they're creepy horror OCs. They're horror.
Wrong. They're super villains, super superhero villain people. Okay.
Sony, you own Spider-Man, you own Slender Man. Make Into the Slenderverse. Come on.
Oh God.
Boy. All the different versions of Slender Man.
Oh God.
Just retell the exact same movie, but it's like a young black Slender Man growing up in the city.
See, Hollywood doesn't know shit because that is actually going to get butts in seats, what you just described.
Yeah.
Oh God. So many thoughts went through my head when you said that. Like, and all of them bad. Because of how many ways Sony would fuck that up.
Right?
I mean, the premise from the start, Into the Slenderverse, not a great premise. But all right, so we're not reading this guy's fucking story.
Okay, we'll read it. Encounters.
Well, his teeth are flesh colored, so do we need to?
That's all you need to know.
There's not a story here. It's bullet points.
Encounters.
Paprika. Abysme has a great personality. You should date him. His teeth are flesh colored. Need I say more?
Kind of gross, kind of cringe.
He's super into flowers. I think I'm done.
His nickname is the Pruner. Like, what is that? Encounters.
He's into something called pruning. I don't even know what that is, but it sounds horrible.
It sounds super sexual, and I don't know if I'm willing to go there.
It's too early. We haven't even had our first date.
I know he's going to ask me.
Encounters. Encountering demonic man is different from Slender Man or Offender Man. He will most likely target adults and teenagers.
Wow. Okay.
So you have to say it out loud so that people don't think they're the same.
When his victims encounter him, he'll convince them to kill their families, friends, and loved ones. Stalks his victims for a small amount of time, giving them hallucinations such as seeing people burning, melting, dead, giving them vivid nightmares, and seeing him in your dreams.
He's just like Freddy Krueger.
That I remember when Dustin made that sound in the movie. That was a great impression.
Yeah,
love it.
I'm pretty good. If they not accept, but accept the offer, if they just don't do it, they'll do as they were told and kill those he told to kill in order to stay alive. If they succeed and have served demonic man, they will be quote unquote free, but will experience mental insane thoughts.
So they lose all their sanity points. Okay.
Mental insane thoughts for the rest of their lives.
Okay, Abysme, wouldn't you agree? Mental insane thoughts and period time sad day go hand in hand.
Oh yeah, by the way, I love that. I don't know if Abysme told you, but that's my favorite thing ever.
I did, and I was like, it's really bad that 3 men came up with that for women.
I do agree that's terrible. So
we probably did that during Women's Month too, I bet you.
Anyways.
I got these mental insane thoughts, probably because of my period time sad day.
I've got MIT. I've been to MIT. Mental insane thoughts.
Menstrual thoughts.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there we go. The victim will see a red light and small whispering. They will see a man in the shadows with tentacles behind him with a red glowing symbol on his head and a red glow on his hands and chest.
I think we missed the part there, but does it matter?
The bullet points. Bullet points is the story.
If they don't do as he said and reject his offer, regardless, demonic will give them vivid nightmares of them being tortured and everyone they know being torn apart in a bloody red room or stalk them until the full moon is done.
Okay, so nightmares. Who cares?
Okay,
sure, yeah.
they go insane pants. They become unreliable narrators. Mm-hmm. Anyways, features. My turn, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Features. Demonic has huge bat-like wings. and is capable of flying.
Which we don't see depicted.
No, all we see is Deadpool. Anyways.
All that I see surrounding me, absolute comedy.
Photo negative Deadpool.
Yeah, there you go. Having multiple was wait, what? Having multiple was to seduce humans.
Absolutely.
So he has bat wings and seduces humans. Now he's a vampire.
Having 2 tongues, but when attacked or threatened, he will show 6 tongues with needle-like teeth. Okay, that
now
needs
it's
to
Channel
be
Zero.
drawn.
Sorry.
You can't just say that shit. You can't just say that shit.
Yeah.
I want to see these needle teeth. Do they have pinheads? Anyways, demonic has no weaknesses or any type of weapons to kill him.
Wow. How exciting.
He's capable of healing himself by using his dark magic or licks himself with his healing saliva.
Like Steven Universe.
How
I want to see
sexual.
That. Right?
But guys, if he has no weaknesses, why does he need to heal himself?
Yeah.
He's Superman?
Who's injuring this man with no weaknesses?
He has
himself?
Oh.
He is more good at everything than you are.
Okay. The Bloody Smiler had more depth than this.
I'm sorry, I just have to interrupt. I know I do this a lot, but we have to admit that the Marvel Cinematic Universe is really reaching with its do everything betterer guy or whatever you just said.
That's his superhero name, do everything betterer.
Yeah.
It's going to devolve into that by Phase 5.
Demonic man's markings are based on who he is and what he is capable of doing. This marking on demonic's head means demonic vision. So this is Rorschach. This sounds a lot like Rorschach to me.
Maybe.
Demonic's head means demonic vision, and it's basically his eyes. Sometimes when it attached the symbol on his head will leak out a red toxic-like substance in the symbol. The symbol on his head is also connected to his back, his pussy, and his crack, with wings and tentacles.
I mean...
The symbol on his chest means demonic nightmare, as opposed to... not demonic nightmare. When
the symbol on my chest means home. Well, the symbol on my chest means fuck you.
The symbol on my chest means symbol on my chest. When victims don't accept his offer, they are forced to experience a nightmare.
Symbol on my chest. Check this icon on my breast.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it sounds like a fucking rap lyric.
They are forced to experience a nightmare of them in a dark room filled with blood. They'll see a red glow in the sky with the moons. Then they'll hear a voice from everything saying, "You'll only see me when you're dead." I didn't pick up any of that.
Yeah, no.
Something about tongues and
that was words.
Having a changing marking and tattoos and
Papreeka is like, I didn't pick up any of that except the tongues and tattoos. Then I was focused in.
That
nothing
of it
else.
too. That's fine.
Relationships. Demonic Man is a cousin to the Slender Brothers, so he's a Slender cousin.
Okay.
His family was murdered by soldiers, then was adopted by the brothers' father, Sinister Man.
Whoa. In which war?
I think we all know which war. When they were all alive. Yeah. When they were all alive and were fully humans. Doesn't get along much with Offender Man most of the time. If you include Offender Man or Splendor Man in your canon, why?
Yeah.
Because they're friends. They hang out.
But I mean, it doesn't seem like this is being played for humor. I don't know. It doesn't get.
I don't know.
Is Offender Man a humorous character?
Yes.
Doesn't get along much with Offender Man most of the time. Hangs out with Slender Man sometimes, mostly for business. Wait,
what?
Running like an ice shaving stand or what?
I guess they share souls. Maybe they count them up.
Okay. We all have to get in on No Pixel at the same time, which is impossible, and just make a bunch of these because Sam has the Slimmer Man.
Yeah.
We just need to make a bunch of just like ripoffs and just do business with each other out in the open.
This is like literally what this all is.
Yeah.
I could be the dispenser man. I'll just give out things.
Yes.
There you go. Hangs out with Slenderman sometimes, mostly for business and or a night of murder or hunting or drinking. Mostly as a teacher to Stella, whoever that is, teaching her how to use her abilities. What doesn't
Is that
get
like some sort
Slenderman?
of deep lore character, Stella?
Yes. You have no idea how deep this OC shit goes.
You don't know Stella Man?
Come on.
Doesn't get Slenderman. Has sort of a connection with Sinister Man. The father, I guess?
Yeah.
Has a secret relationship with Plague the Six-Winged Serpent, OC, created by Kulu Blue Beaver.
What?
Wait.
I don't appreciate
Oh,
that all
God.
of these characters are men and not Slender Woman.
Well,
You're in
okay.
luck.
Don't worry, because you get Clockwork and Jane the Killer.
Oh boy.
Are you happy?
This last line also brings in another female character. Demonic Man, for everybody out there who's wondering, Demonic Man does not work well with Zalgo or Little Miss Rarity.
Little Miss Rarity.
MLP character?
Right?
Yeah, because Cupcakes is his thing.
Fuck.
Yeah, it's all canon.
What is this weird connection between bronies and creepypasta?
That is a great question. And
How
I
to
honestly do not have an
avoid-
answer.
Deus Ex Machina.
It's my turn to read.
Well, then read.
How to avoid. There isn't any way. Love interest. Unknown. Seen.
Wait, from
Cities?
Pokemon?
No weaknesses.
Love interest. Yes. Maybe.
Horniness. Everyone.
Absolute.
Gender. Huh?
Aw. What's in your pants? Slenderman. Seen. Cities, small towns,
Slender Long.
alleyways, the forest, asylums, ruined mansions, and his mansion.
He just ruins other people's mansions, goes back to his nice one.
Oh, fuck your mansion. Abilities: hypnosis, teleportation, nightmares, enchantment, poison, tears, glow in the dark, shadows, flying, manipulation, and visions. This is my favorite 90s toy.
I want
Yeah, I was
all of
gonna
those
say.
to come out in tears. I want vision tears. I want flying tears. I want glow in the dark tears.
Vision tears.
I want shadow tears.
Loves red wine, smoking, reading, dark chocolate, apples, grapes, champagne. what?
Okay. Explain this.
That feels like a product right out of 7 Days to Die. Champagne.
That's okay. SHAM-PAIN, which sounds like a parody version of Champagne the drink.
Maybe
Which-
it means fake bread.
I fucking love that, actually. And that is the only good part of this so far is champagne. Wine, human flesh, blood, fluffy, moths, plague, the six-winged serpent, bloodbath, business
Okay, can
in
we
general.
Listen,
get a superhero called Champagne spelled like that? Because I would be
Yes.
down for that.
Yes.
Would
yes.
you say, okay, timely reference, would you say that Amber Heard experienced champagne?
Oh.
Ouch.
Objection. Here's
Okay, that was like 2 weeks ago, Slime Beast. Put it to bed.
Oh,
Okay,
no, it's coming back.
Timely reference, do you think Will Smith really slapped Chris Rock, or was it champagne?
Hey.
They did it to try and get the award show more views.
Murder, sleeping in, nighttime. Hates. Offender man because of his jokes and his personality. Salgo, been drowned. Slender's proxies, Jane the Killer, Little Miss Rarity, Happy Meat Farm, the new ARG.
Wait.
Magma Ren, my
Wait.
version.
Why does he hate meat farms?
Wait, is Demonic Man just sitting there? Is he the YouTuber where he's like,
Yeah.
I know what you're going to say in the comments.
Yeah.
The new ARG, Happy Meat Farm, has taken the internet by storm, but I have problems with it.
I don't like this new ARG, okay?
The fuck?
When people kill fluffy moths, alternates, Mandela catalog, Skinwalkers, Gemini home, oh my god, this is just
Specific
references.
to the YouTube channel.
This is references to YouTube.
He hates
shit.
other stories. He hates other people.
Splendor's parties for demonic, any other creepypasta who are stupid enough to mess with him, proxies humans, anyone who says sus, and this is a self-insert. This is a self-insert.
What's wrong with saying sus? Language
Uh-oh.
changes.
It's cringe.
Oh, he hates you now.
Yeah. All right,
That's okay.
Paprika, take us home.
He has family members. Did you know this?
Yeah.
He has family members. He doesn't get along with all of them, as we know in the previous paragraphs. And the bullet points say his family members are Offender Man because of his jokes. Oh, no. Never mind. He doesn't hate. Sorry. Slender Man, Offender Man, Trender Man, Splendor Man, Sally, niece. Stella, niece. Lully. Sinister Man is his adopted father. And Vanessa is his adopted mother.
Who's Vanessa?
Okay, so this sounds more like a legendary house. This family right here?
Yeah.
Than Elliot, the house of Elliot.
Yeah.
Okay,
right
so
the dark house of demonic.
Huh?
I want to echo Paprika's complaint. Slender Man, Offender Man, Trender Man, Splendor Man, Sinister Man, Demonic Man, Man, and then you've got the female characters: Sally, Stella, Lolly, Vanessa. Like, where are their cool names?
Yeah, it's kind of fucked up, isn't it?
Maybe it's just cool to be named Sally in this guy's world.
All right, what's the
a lot of these
Paprika?
artists are female, actually. So it's kind of like a learned misogyny.
I don't get the I could be wrong. Don't get me wrong. I totally could be wrong, but I don't get the impression that this writer is female.
Confirmed. Maybe not this one in particular, but a lot of the OCRs we see are female.
I mean, the name is Paige.
Women are an afterthought in this. He's gay. He's 15.5 inches high.
It's not time to review it, Paprika, and also that's offensive.
It's Pride Month.
15.5, 15 feet or 15 inches?
Meters?
I'm thinking inches.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
Meters, yards,
inches.
furlongs.
He's 15.5 inches. He's barely over a foot tall.
So they're talking about the size of his tongue.
Oh, okay.
Real name when alive, Evan Northern. His name Evan Northern. I do not like his older design, Sam. It was just his outfit that was making me sick, so I gave him a newer outfit, designed with an all new bio. Stop flaming. I couldn't get any other feature to him on the ref, so I put in the colors of everything else to him.
Shout out to Raven.
What a slog.
Yeah, no, not original.
Nope, it's just Slenderman.
Would not steal.
This the character is literally, when you say original, no, it's a Slender clone. You know, like all the other Slenderman shit like that. His character traits different from Slenderman is that he's impervious to damage.
Like, he can't die.
That's it.
Which I don't think Slenderman can die.
No love interest. No bad thing. He has a very long tongue.
This is the kid who, when you're playing in the playground, chooses Superman, you know.
Right.
I'm Superman and I can't die. Okay, cool.
I want to play shoot you. No, you missed.
I have Kevlar to everything.
I have Kevlar and an iron shield behind
I'm Kevlar
legs.
Man.
Anyways.
I will say, like, this makes Elliot the Pruner look a lot more interesting in comparison.
Yeah.
Sure.
We should put some kind of pin on the end of the fucking episode, though. Like, Elliot the Pruner blossomed where Demonic Man
fell
straight to hell. Yeah.
Yeah. No, seriously. Perfect.
There we go.
Perfect.